Welcome to my channel. This video is for a Blinged Mini Mum. If you haven't already, please subscribe and don't forget to tap the bell for notifications. I made my backer 5 inches in diameter. I cut my 1 5/16 inch ribbons at the longest is 13.5 inches, and then I'm tapering them shorter as I go. So I start in the middle and then I taper up so they're shorter, and I'll just keep adding on each side. So I like to line it up and make sure I get it really centered, that very first one, and get it good and centered with the hole in the center of the backer. And then trim up the end. And then I start with my next ribbons going on the left and right of that first one. And I just overlap them and then angle them. And you see I'm using 2 different colors. So I'm using their school colors, which are green and orange. So I started with green, and then I'm doing orange and just going from there. Something I need to keep in mind when I am overlapping these ribbons is that I'm going to be adding stickers. So I need to make sure that I leave enough room in there to add these stickers like homecoming or their school mascot or the school name, their name, different things. I like to put a lot of stickers on these mini mums. It's part of the big seller of these. People like the way they have all the stickers on them, so all the names and stuff. So I've got to make sure that I am leaving enough room there. See, like the orange showing in between, and now you can see the green while I'm adding the orange. Those are where I'm going to put the stickers. So I need to make sure that it is wide enough that I can add some stickers. And I make my own stickers on my scan and cut, so I can make them as small or as big as I want to, but I don't want to make them too small because then it would be hard to read, and they are hard to cut if you have to cut a bunch of really small stickers. And I like to make the stickers different fonts, different sizes. It's just part of the appeal. Another reason why I overlap them so much is because I only do 1 layer of ribbons. That's part of how I make these so affordable, is because they've only got that 1 layer of ribbons down there. So overlapping them means you won't have any gaps, and it's going to look professional, it's going to look full. But like I said, keep in mind how much space you're showing or not showing. So you can put some ribbons, overlap them more than others. It just depends on what all you're going to put on there. And you can also hold up your backer as you're attaching them, and you'll see how the ribbons will fall, and that will help you too. So now I'm going to add my braid. I also usually only do 1 braid on these mums. Since this is a blinged, I decided to do that silver ribbon behind the braid just to make it stand out even more. I already attached a lot of those stickers, which I show that in a bunch of videos, so I didn't want to bore you guys with watching me attach all those stickers, class of and homecoming and such. So I went ahead and did that, and then that silver ribbon is wired, and you want to remove that wire before you're attaching it to a homecoming mum. The wires, it'll just make the ribbon bend and stuff. You don't want that. You want them to hang naturally. So now I'm hanging a little disco ball. That's another fun bling thing, and I'm using some glitter ribbon to hang it. And the disco balls have a little hanger on them because they are ornaments. You can use them as ornaments too, so you can buy these at Christmas time too, not just at homecoming supply stores. And then attaching it with that glitter ribbon and stapling it on there. Make sure you get it good and stapled. Now my top backer is done. I have a separate video for that. If you have not seen that, look for that. I will put it in a playlist together, and I'll also put a card on this video so you can see it if you want to watch how I did that. Just be careful when you're lining up your 2 backers that you get them perfectly lined up, and then you want to put 2 staples in the top. The reason why you want to do 2 is that way the backers won't slide, because when you're doing the hot glue like this, they can slide apart. So if you add 2 staples at the top side by side, they won't slide. Now after I've glued it, I'm going to go around stapling all around as best I can. I want these backers together really good. I want them tight. I want them secure, everything else. So no gaps in your backers either. That will look very unprofessional as well. So that's another little tip for you. I did something a little different this time. I cut all my backers on my scan and cut, so I got 5-inch circles, perfect circles. Instead of hand cutting them and them not lining up perfectly, I decided, why don't I cut these on my Scan and Cut and see, and it did a perfect job. I loved it, so it really worked out great, and now my backers line up really well. I'm hoping I'll have time this spring to make a whole bunch of them. So now I'm adding my flower, and I secured my flower with the chenille stem. I show that on a bunch of videos, so I'm not going to show it on this one. And just pull that chenille stem through really snug, staple it. I cut it off and bent over the excess and staple it again. And then you want to hot glue under the flower, so make sure the backer and the flower are glued together. You don't want people to be able to pull that up and see all that mess in there. And that'll just help secure the flower even more. Work your way all around the flower, make sure you've got it all glued down good. Now I'm going to add a ribbon for pinning the mum on. Sometimes we do necklaces, they wanted pin on, so I've got this pretty green soft satin ribbon. I like to use soft satin for the pin on because the acetates will rip very easily. So I'm using about 8 inches long of ribbon, and you see how I just cross it over itself. You can staple it together if you want, you don't have to. And then just glue it down really well. And after I have it glued down, I'm going to add some staples. I'm gluing and stapling it because I want it to be nice and secure. This is what's going to hold the mum onto their shirt. So just want to make sure that it's nice and secure. Lots of hot glue, lots of staples. Now I'm going to add my final backer. This is a clean backer. I'm not going to add any staples. I made this out of a paper plate. They make some really thin white chipboard paper plates at DollarTree. There's like 10, I think, in a box, or maybe 20 for $1. So it's really inexpensive. They're a little bit thinner than a regular backer, but not much. They're perfect for the back backer. So I cut this one just a little bit more than 5 inches. I think I did like 5.1 on my machine, so I wanted to make sure that it covered everything, so I made it just a hair bigger. That way I knew it would cover all the staples. So you just want to make sure that you're gluing this down well. I always start in the middle and then work my way out, and then see how I'm just rubbing the different areas so I make sure that it's nice and secure. There's a shiny side and a dull side to these, so I try to remember to put the shiny side out. Sometimes I do accidentally put the hot glue on the shiny side, so I have to leave the dull side out, but I just think it's more water resistant that way, so I like to do the shiny side on the outside if I remember. If you have a lot of hot glue strings, just take a microfiber cloth and just wipe all that off. It easily removes the hot glue. So now I'm going to make a bow for the bottom of the braid. I'm going to add this cowbell to the chenille stem so I can wrap that around the bow, and I'll have the bell connected to the bow. So you see that that's one of those cowbells that I had wrapped with holographic stickers. So I'm taking this glitter ribbon and I removed the wires again, and I'm just making a simple cheer bow. So you just cross the ribbon over itself, find the center, or find the middle, and then you want to pinch the center, just kind of accordion type pinching, and then you'll wrap the chenille stem around it. It's very simple. Simple and beautiful. Now this ribbon is 1.5 inch width. It's the same style design ribbon that I used in the center of the mum behind the braid, except that one was 2.5 inch width. So you see this makes a really pretty bow, and it's a little bit bigger, so it's going to make a little bit of a statement. This is for a high school girl, so I can definitely get away with a bigger bow. Now I'm going to staple that on. So when you do so, you want to staple the chenille stem, and you want to get it as close to the center of the bow as you can. That way there's not a gap there when you're finished stapling it. If you didn't staple it so close, there would be a gap and it would be kind of sagging on the braid, and you don't want that. So just get it as close as you can, and then you just want to wrap that chenille stem around to hide it. Now if you want to hot glue that on there, go ahead. I have had issues for whatever reason that I had to remove a bow. Maybe they didn't like it, or maybe they couldn't have a bell, and so I had to remove the bell. So there have been instances where I had to remove the bow for some reason, and if you hot glue it on there, good luck. So I staple them because it makes it a lot easier. So now I'm going to add lots and lots of bling. I'm just doing different kinds. This one right here is the flower shape bling. It's a lot of fun. It makes it really pretty. So I'm just adding different kinds of bling all over this mum. Decorating and embellishing is part of the funnest part of making a mum to me. Now I'm going to make another bow. This too is a 1.5 inch width ribbon. It's a little bit different design, but it is silver glitter and it's full glitter. And I again removed the wires. And this is going to be for in the center of the mum flower. So I'm just making this cute little bow, wrapping one end and then the other, and it's kind of a pinwheel design, except you only have 2 loops. And then you just want to wrap a chenille stem around it again, twist it really good, and then I'll trim off the ends too and make them pretty. I'm cutting at a slant. You can cut a V shape, whatever you want. Sometimes I do just a slant like this. It just depends. I like to change it up. So you twist those chenille stems together and then just put hot glue all over that and then stick it in your flower and you're good. You can put a pair of scissors or something on top of that to hold it in place while the glue dries if you need to. I'm pinching those petals around that chenille stem to make sure they hold good. And I've got on my little finger protectors that I got at the DollarTree. One of my subscribers actually told me about those, so thank you to her. Now I'm adding this custom cutout cheerleader that I cut out on my Scan and Cut. So I'm just gluing that to the center of the bow. See how pretty that is and sparkly? Just love it. Now I've got a megaphone that I had painted orange. So I'm gluing that on there and pressing down so it glues good. She also plays soccer, so I'm adding this little 3D soccer ball. Now it's time to add her name. I cut these out on glitter cardstock, so it's another custom cutout that I did on my Scan and Cut. This is a roll of foam stickers, so it's sticky on both sides, and I'm cutting it as thin as I need or as thick as I need to put it on these letters. So I've already done the ADD, and I'm just going to show you the Y. I don't trust these stickers to stay on, so that's why I'm adding hot glue to this side. They will peel off very easily off that ribbon, so that's why I'm adding the hot glue. I want to make sure it's nice and secure. I also did her sports number in that glitter cardstock as well. So I'm just adding a little bling to the cheerleader trinket there. So since this is a blinged out one, they paid extra for bling, so I'm just adding bling in different areas that I normally wouldn't. You can see I made a little bow there on the top of the cheerleader, same kind of bow I made on the mum flower, and I put a little soccer button in the middle of that bow, so that was something unique. And there's some bling. That's like a diamond-like bling. I love that stuff. And just adding bling to different places as much as I can. I'm also putting her name on the megaphone. These are just scrapbooking stickers, so I'm really pushing down hard and holding them in place to hopefully they will stay put, because some of these scrapbooking stickers don't work very well, but these seem to be really sticky and staying really well, so hopefully they last. When I first started making mums, all I used was scrapbooking stickers because I didn't have a Scan and Cut, and the mum stickers were just so expensive. So if you're just starting out, don't be afraid to use things like that. Just be careful which ones you use. If you see that they're not staying on at the beginning, they're not going to last. But ones like this will stick really well, and you can also put like a book on top of it. If it's a flat, if it's a flat ribbon, you can put some books on it to really seal it on there. So I'm just adding a little bit more bling to it, and I hope they love it. Thanks so much for watching, everyone. Please comment, share, like, subscribe. Don't forget to tap the bell for notifications. Be kind to others, please, and I hope everyone is safe and doing well. Thank you so much.